to dish out, just sit back. It is hello Abuja this morning. The weather is 30 degrees centigrade. Not quite sunny, not quite cloudy, just a very lovely weather, just the way you love it. A friendly and a very business-friendly weather. Of course, everybody loves such a weather. This is Hello Abuja, and this is how I welcome you this morning on Hello Abuja Show. My name is Ekene Ezepoe. Abuja people, how is your morning going? Of course, I'm very, very concerned about the way your morning is going. Your darling station is as well very concerned as well. Every Thursday, 11 a.m., then it's Hello Abuja time. We'll bring you the best information as regards to what Abuja has to offer, and then bring you key players in the developmental strides in the FCT. This morning we'll be having with us shortly our guest for today is not a person than Honorable Chinedu Obika, FCT North Federal Constituency member. He'll be giving it to us hot, as well as telling us what's all the developmental strides they are putting in place and all the laws they are making to make sure that we are having it smooth sailing in the FCT. Of course, not forget. So if you want to make yourself a star, identify with Citizen FM Music Studio so we can make you a star, promote your song, produce your song, and all that. And you know what combinations to making up a star? That's what this program is all about. All the songs you'll be hearing shortly is produced right here in Citizen FM studio, and we want anybody that has music produced here in the Federal Capital, any Abuja artist, identify with us as well. We're gonna actually play your songs and make you a star as well. All right? Yeah, just hit us up. Today is gonna be hot, lovely days, very lovely, sun shining day. Don't forget that very soon, very, very soon, Honorable Chinedu Obika, a House of Representative member that represents FCT North constituency, will be joining us to tell us all the laws they are making and all the dreams, all the things that makes Abuja a very lovely place. He'll be telling us shortly. Just hook right here on this dial. Just stay put on this dial. serving it hot, very hot. We'll be playing this lovely song from Jay Rich. He called this one Go Hard or Go Home. Jay Rich, my guy. Of course, this is the kind of song that you need to play every morning. Of course, when you wake up in the morning, you play it, go hard or you go home. It gives you that right kick in the, you know where I'm trying to, hey, I don't want to call it, okay, the right kick in the pants. Yeah, it gives you that right adrenaline rush, all right? To start off your day, motivation to start off your day. Of course, you know what you're here for in the FCT. You're not here to play, all right? You're here to make some money, then make sure that people at home are happy. Yes, so go hard to this, go hard to whatever you're doing this morning, and or go hard on it, or you go home, all right? Nobody wants to go home. I know you don't want to go home, so make sure you go hard on this one. So let's take this one from Jerry. You call this one Go Hard or You Go Home. Stay put.
Jerry Chado boy Pondes. Hey, they say go hard or go home. Me, I no want go home. If you go home, you go bro. Me, I no want go bro. And mama say, they say go hard or go home. Me, I no want go home. Me on the road. If you go home, you go bro. Me on the road. Me, I no want go bro. Me, I no want go bro. So me, I got chase me. I got to chase paper. So me, I got go hard. I got to go hard. And I can't stand for the rapper. Got to make money for my brother. Make money for my many skills on tour. You know. But I have to keep it on cool. You know. If I speak, then go know. I'm many safe, no one know. Many safe, no one. So I steady push my P on the low key. Pray so hard to G.O.D. Make I get the money, get that plenty. Make I get that plenty. They say go hard or go home. Me, I no want go home. Me, I no want go. If you go home, you go bro. If you go home, you go bro. Me, I no want go bro. They say go hard or go home. Me, I no want go home. Me, I no want go home. If you go home, you go bro. If you go home, you go bro. Me, I no want go bro. When I get the money, make I feel comfort. Lord, give me money, we go give me comfort. Lord, I beg you, forgive all my flaws. All my flaws. Go hard, I don't risk it up. Can't live like us, I live it on. I show my dice, I did wait for six. I show my dice. Lucky, I did find my peace. As a bad boy, I can't get my cheese. At the same time, I did pray to my cheese. Steady pray to my cheese. 247, I did work for my cheese. So I don't go home. Me, I no want go home. Me, I no want go home. If you go home, you go broke. Me, I no want go broke. Dioch, hebai ne wanguli. Dioch, hebai na tife. Dioch, okwa dioch, hebai na basozi. Okwa dioch, ife gadilu umwi woma. Ngwano puta na obo, kango baluge egwu. Oge diochi, oge gida ekenezi pweji. Apariko tu bobo, na 93.7 FM, Citizen FM, kede na Abuja. Kute na obosi Monday, obosi Wednesday, na obosi Saturday, na okwelekere nke abụọ, luelekere nke atọ. Obo oge gida ekenezi pweji, apariko tu bobo na oge diochi. Oge diochi, oge ije wangole.
All right, so we are right back on Hello Abuja. Because that lovely song that you just heard was from the Jay Rich. You say go hard or go home. If you know that you want to get this money, make sure you go hard on it in the right way. I mean, in the right way. All right? right, this is still Hello Abuja Show. My name is still Ekene is upon your darling station 93.7 Citizen FM right here in the Federal Capital Territory, Level House. Now, the song you'll be hearing in the course of this program is actually produced in Citizen FM Music Studio. So, if you want to have a part of it, if you want to be a part of it, if you want to identify with stardom, you have to come here and identify with us. Let's make you a star, right? Now, what comes to mind anytime you hear someone mentioning Abuja outside the FCT, you'll be hearing that place is quite expensive. That place is quite expensive. Do you believe Abuja is expensive? Do you believe that particular slogan, that cliche, that Abuja is expensive? Do you believe it? Yeah, this is the seat of power. Actually, when Erufai, was here, he was like, no, just a standard for Abuja. Everybody's not supposed to be here. This, that. But and then he went on rampage. Yes, he started doing what only Erufai can do. Yes, yeah, I heard that Wike has done, quite a bit, just like a little bit of what only Erufai can do. But I don't think anybody can, surpass that particular Erufai standard so far in the FCT. The past FCT administration, nowhere near it. Yeah, but a lot of people are saying that Wike is trying, he's doing a lot, and then I went to somewhere yesterday. I was like, okay, I think a little bit, because whenever I hear anything that has to do with Wike working out, I'll be like, is it really working? Like, for real? Did he start any of these projects? And then. I went around yesterday. I checked for myself and I saw some jobs, some contracts, or some road construction that is actually starting from the scratch. And I was like, wow, okay. I think from now, I'm beginning to like, okay. I think it's doing something. That Wike is actually doing something, because there's nothing like something that starts from the scratch. Yes, if it starts from the scratch, then I can give you kudos. But it's not something that the previous administration started, and then you come, you just polish it up a little bit, and you say, hey, yeah, everybody's just singing aloud your praise. Though it's still very, very good to give kudos to anybody that completes what the predecessors, left unfinished. Yes, you have to give kudos to such people. But I love work that you start from the scratch, to a very barest minimum. Yes, I love to give kudos to people like that, those initiators of works, of such, works. Yes, but still, if something is continuing, something is going on, and then, governance is continuum. You understand? So, if someone comes on board and then finishes what the predecessors left unfinished, that person or that administration should be commended as well. Just like that. Yeah. So that's why when people say, Wike is trying, Wike is doing a whole lot, he's trying, he's doing a good job. Remember that we have so many abandoned projects in states. So if Wike comes on board and finish what his predecessors left unfinished, let's give him kudos as well. All right. right, this is still Hello Abuja show this morning every 11 a.m. on Thursdays. Then it's the time for Hello Abuja show right here on Citizen 93.7 FM. This is still Hello Abuja this morning. My name is still Ekene Ezebue right here on 93.7 FM, Citizen FM. All right, now, what comes to your mind anytime you hear that someone is coming into FCT? Like, what comes to your mind? Do you feel like this place or this city is actually a very expensive place to be? Do you believe in that school of thoughts? Do you feel like even if it's expensive, it's supposed to be expensive? Do you believe in that school of thoughts? Now, everybody is actually trying to get one or two properties in the FCT. They feel like, yeah, this is actually where you invest and have returns on investment. Everybody wants to have a property. Yes, whether you want to venture into hospitality business, you want to venture into any form of, property business, any angle to it, whether any angle at all, you understand that this is actually a very fertile land for you. Do you believe that? And then people are actually saying that landlords are cashing out. Like, yeah, the landlords are actually making tons of money in the FCT, that any amount they call, people pay. Do you believe in that school of thought as well? Yes. But generally, do you believe that FCT is an expensive place? Because I know that anytime people talk about FCT, outside the FCT, what I normally hear is that place is very expensive. I can't even stay there. Or that place is very, very expensive. Do you believe that? Like I told you earlier on that we'll be having a guest, and our guest is actually right here and almost here. And when he comes up, we'll be having a proper discussion as regards to the kind of laws that is being put in place to make sure that the FCT, some of those questions that you're asking in terms of landlords, oppressions and all that. I don't want to shout it though, because I'm actually living in someone's apartment as well. So please. But these are the questions, one of the questions that we'll be asking our guest this morning. Is no other person than the House of Representative member, Mr. Chinedu Obika. He's representing FCT North Federal Constituency right here in the FCT. So very soon, make sure that you hook up to this dial. Just, hold on to this dial, and then we'll let the cat out of the bag. Let me just leave it that way. Now, before our guest comes up, I want to play this lovely song. Remember that any song I'm playing in the course of this program is produced in Citizen FM Music Studio. So if you want to make yourself a star, make sure that you have that oomph, that particular oomph that makes up a star. That's, stability, that package. Yes, that thing that's when you talk about someone being a star, you want to identify with it, is what we give here. quality production and good promotion. Of course, if you produce your song here, it will actually be promoted as well. So make sure you take advantage of this opportunity, and we have a very proper standard music equipment that will make your dream come true. All right. Now let's take this one from Mickey. He said this one is Jaye Forever, produced in Citizen FM Music Studio. Enjoy it. We'll be right back, and then we'll be unfolding our guest to you. All right, stay put. My name is still Ekene Ezebue. This is still 93.7 FM, and it's still Hello Abuja banging on air. You still Hello Abuja show this morning. My name is still Ekene Ezebue, and we are still right here making sure that you have the best entertainment, the best as regards to what FCT has to offer. Like I promised you earlier on, I told you that we have a guest, a very wonderful guest, a very wonderful personality, and he will be telling us a lot about the laws that is being put in place to make sure that FCT is good and very habitable for you and I. As well as other developmental strides that he's putting in place to make sure that this particular lovely city is actually a place that people will be talking about and notice that. Talking about, I mean, in the sense that it will be talked about more than it's being talked about now. Because you know that this is the seat of power, right? You know it, you know it. All right, our guest today, without further ado, our guest today is no other person than Honorable Chinedu Obika. He's the FCT... He's the FCT North Federal Constituency member, House of Representative. Honorable You're highly welcome this morning, and sorry for stressing you. Sorry, I heard that you've been held up in the traffic for a very long time, and I'm so sorry about that. You're welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Mr. Kenny.
All right, now
It's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much. Thank you so very much. Now, with the time that we have, let's delve into some of the things that concerns FCT, because in this show, we are all about FCT, what FCT has to offer, how people live in the FCT and all whatnot. So now we want to talk about the Abuja of our dream. Yeah, are we getting that? Are we getting there? Are we on the right track in terms of where Abuja is supposed to be, the kind of place that Abuja should be, the kind of feeling that when you are, do you feel that dream is being realized?
Well, I think the question you just asked, for me, there are two questions there in one. First, you said, are we on the right track? And the second, you said, is Abuja the way it should be or is supposed to be?
Yeah.
So for me, I can see two questions there.
Okay.
Are we on the right track? Yes. Right now, Abuja is moving towards the right direction, as it should be before now. But before then, there has been so many setbacks because the people that has manned the administration before were not doing the needfuls that would have pushed Abuja forward. I give it to the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. He's one of the presidents that are paying attention, where it's not a hidden thing that there's a lot of developments going on right now in Abuja. And this cannot come to be if the different arms of government are not working together to make sure and support FCT in the terms of budgeting, that we are doing the needfuls in that aspect. And we are making sure that the most important things like education, health, and infrastructure, and I have been laying emphasis more on rural infrastructure, and which I know that this year, with the budget this year and what we had last year, that there will be a major uplift of our satellite terms. So I know we're in the right direction.
Okay. Then the second question that you talked about, that you pointed out about this city looking like the seat of power. Do you feel like we are still on the right track in that direction? Because there's a lot of things that mix up in seat of power.
Yeah. If we continue on the trajectory that we're going now, we will get there. And we in the National Assembly doing our work, because we needed a lot of legislations to put institutions in place that will help to govern the city better. And that is what we that are presently in the legislative side, being the representatives of Abuja, are doing right now, putting our heads together. There are some certain things that has not been there before that we're trying to put in place. Yeah. You can know that Abuja don't really have an emergency agency that can tackle issues if we have any unexpected in that way, just like Lagos State. Lagos is more prepared than us. So all these things, being that Abuja is a growing city, is what we can use legislation to make sure that we put such agency in the place to function better. When it comes to the issue of hospitals, like I said, Abuja need more fund, because right now, because of the security situation we have in the country, a lot of people are coming into Abuja. So I can say that the present staff on ground is overwhelmed, both security, both in education, and both in health infrastructure. So we're on it.
So you feel like the trajectory, or because everything is all about timing, everything is all about a time frame, and then when people talk about those things, is going to be actualized, and then do you feel it's going to be during this your term?
There has been a great now. At least if you go out you can see that a lot of jobs has been done and a lot of construction are going on. And it's our duty as the members of the National Assembly to supervise and make sure that those things are done and done right.
Okay.
So I think it's a work in progress. And that doesn't mean that there are areas that we are not falling short of what should be. But we cannot score ourselves high in all areas. I'm talking now as somebody that is part of government, because what we are talking about now is governance. It's not about politics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you hear about the FCT outside the FCT, you'll be hearing to live in place to make sure that all these things are being tackled, and then in place to make sure that all these things are being tackled, and then so that people living in the FCT will have a proper a roof over their head, affordable roof over their head.
Can a government have no business
their head, affordable roof over their head?
Can a government have no business regulating the amount people use? The job of government is to open up new areas, build satellite towns, so that people can have alternative in attended to such areas. That's what we're talking about. And that's why I'm laying emphasis on satellite towns and rural communities, so that they can be able to have access road, they can be able to have a transportation provided by the government, so that people who live in Buare area council can come to work in Abuja Municipal Area Council and go back home to their different communities. Okay. So is the conjunction by provision of infrastructure in the rural communities. So people cannot spend hundreds of millions building a house.
Yeah, but government can actually do it.
Now that's what I'm saying, and that is what we are preaching. You understand me? But what I'm trying to tell you is that government have no business coming down to how much landlords rent their house. Government will provide enabling environment. Make sure that satellite towns are in good shape. We say you're not being truthful to yourself. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But you should be able to have a way to pass through where you are going to live that will be cheaper for you. So that's what I'm talking about.
All right. Now, we have a whole lot to talk about this morning, but we'll be dishing it out, just gradually as the show goes by. Now, when we return, you're a member of Labour Party, and then I've heard you talk about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Nyesom Wike. So I don't know the connection between the two, or how you are trying to maybe just by the time we come back, you lay it bare, so that our listeners will be able to understand, your point of view or where you stand at the moment as a Labour Party House of Representative member. Ube's song from King Breezy called this one Upcoming. Of course, you know that we have a music studio right here in the Citizen FM right now. So if you want to be a star, just take advantage of this opportunity and make yourself a star. We'll produce quality music, all right? And then we'll promote it as well for you, all right? So residents of Abuja, take advantage. If you want to be a star, hit us up, all right? We are Labour House, 4th floor, all right? So now, let's play this song from Kim Breezy. When we return, House of Rep member is still very much around in the building. Honorable Chinedu Obika is still very much around in the building, and then he will be answering us that question when we return. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Cause you don't know. Social media got a problem with original songs from upcomings. If it's not a cover, then it's not for me. Spend few minutes doing covers, post it in few hours doing numbers. Most of it is just freestyles, I don't even think hard. But if you see the comments, wow, questions how. Everybody wants my version out. They say my talent's too clean, every second that they hype. But when I drop original, everybody do like they don't see me now. Even though you match up, they don't use the sound. I don't even know what it's about. When I drop original, just 3 comments and 5 likes. For something I work on day and night. I've come to realize that social media got a problem with original songs from upcomings. If it's not covered, then it's not popping. Should we blame it on the algorithm or the people viewing? Should we blame it on the algorithm or the people viewing? Until you sing about Nyashi, you gonna say these people getting picky artsy. They go support you, call you boss, you love you. Took me a while to be to solve the puzzle. Oh yeah, make we discuss. Share the upcoming now offense by default. How many kilometers man got to run before you reach this goal? I really want to know why. Social media got a problem with original songs from upcomings. If it's not covered, then it's not popping. Should we blame it on the algorithm or the people viewing? They got a problem with original songs from upcomings. If it's not covered, then it's not popping. Should we blame it on the algorithm or the people viewing?
All right, it's still Hello Abuja show this morning, right here on 93.7 FM, Citizen FM in the city of Abuja. Right now, I want to talk about, of course, before I went on that short break, I was talking about, I asked Honorable Chinedu Obika, a very pertinent questions about where he stands at the moment, because he talked about our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he talked about the minister of the FCT, and I felt like, okay, why is he talking about these people? As a member of Labour Party, what's the connection? All right, now, that's the question, sir. What's the connection between you, Mr. President, and the Minister of FCT?
Can I must say that partly sometimes the problem that we have that shouldn't be is caused by the you people that are members of the press. The president is the president of Nigeria. The minister is the minister of FCT. I am not the member of executive arm. I cannot talk about the achievements in FCT without calling these two people. You should not bring it as a partisan issue. We are talking about Nigeria. We are talking about FCT. So, we're not talking about political party. If you want to ask me issues that concerns my party, you ask me about Abuja. And Abuja have people in place in authority that handles the affairs of Abuja and Nigeria. And those people are the ones I've mentioned their name. So I hope you understand that.
Okay.
It has no connection with what political party is or anything.
Is all how Abuja will move forward?
I'm a bona fide member of Labour Party, so I don't have any issue with that.
Okay.
So, but I'm talking about the achievements and what is going on in FCT presently.
So this is still 93.7 FM, Citizen FM, right here in the city center of Abuja. And this is Hello Abuja show. And we are still discussing with Honorable Chinedu Obika. We are discussing about developmental strides in the FCT, how to move FCT forward, how to make sure that FCT is that dream home for all and sundry, to make sure that we take FCT to the next level. And from what he's saying, he's very, very optimistic that Abuja is on the right track, that in no distant time that Abuja will take its place in the, where FCT is supposed to be, in the scheme of things. Now, I want to ask you this question, and this one is all about Labour Party, and I want you to, what I'm asking you is actually what is on the lips of every Nigerian. They feel like your party is actually somehow disorganized or disjointed at the moment. Is it happening in the FCT? Do you feel like FCT Labour Party chapter or the chapter of Labour Party in the FCT will still hold their own in the forthcoming election?
Mr. Kenneth, thank you for that question. I can tell you that Labour is on the ground in the FCT, and Labour is one. We are not divided as far as our interest in FCT is concerned. We might have issues, yes. Even in our private homes, we have issues, even with our wives, with our children. It's normal in a family. And you must know that after 2022, 2023 general election, that before then, even though the Labour Party was in existence, but it never had this kind of support base. And who brought this support to Labour Party was P2B. And under P2B, a lot of people come in. Usually, if you go now, there are so many political parties. You have Rescue Party, you have so many of them that I cannot be able to mention. Are you hearing anybody fighting among them? No, because there are nobody there. When people from all walks of life, tribes, and everything come together for a purpose, and after that presidential election, now everybody wants to be part of what is happening in Labour and be part of the structure of Labour. And there is, in my native dialect, there is what we call politics, ndorondoro, means struggling. People struggle for power. So that is what is going on right now in Labour at different levels. Some people want to be in the national executive. Some people want to be in the state executive. But what I am preaching is that the constitution of the party must be followed. I don't believe in the party division. Let what the constitution says about how the party should be run be followed. That's it. If the constitution through it has made Julius Abure the chairman of the party, let other people respect it. So let us not go out of what our constitution says. That's where I stand. Then coming to FCT, FCT people gave Labour a massive vote during the last election. And for me, this is not about Obi now. It's about what I can be able to do as elected representative to make sure that I perform my job. I will not hang it on Obi, because at the end of the day, I will be judged with actions that I took during my time as a serving member. And that's what we are doing. Come on the issue of emergency agency I was talking to you about now. We are on it. We have passed even bills that has to do with scholarship, FCT, in FCT. We used to have just like a unit that handled the issue of scholarship in FCT. Right now, we want to make it a board to make sure that everybody, because Abuja, FCT in general, is our commonwealth. It's a commonwealth of all Nigerians. All of us that are in Abuja should be able to partake of what we have here as a state. So in the issue also coming to the area of the indigenous people that has been highly marginalized by government not implementing the policies as they should. So we are working on it to use legislation to correct that imbalance.
I was actually coming there.
There is a bill that I put now that has passed the first reading about the Regional Inhabitants Resettlement and Compensation Agency, so that will help to facilitate, so that we should stop having all these pockets of shanties here and there. So that's part of the job that we are doing through legislation. We have FCT nursing school that has not been properly have a proper legislation on it to enable it to function better. So these are the work of parliamentarians. But when people look at us, they will tell you this road is not done. Yes, we will make sure that we provide money in the budget for the road to be done. But we are not the one that will award the construction of the road or do it. This is for the executive arm of government. But we'll give them all the tools through a legislation, bringing laws that a budget is a law. You understand what I mean? So, but, people walk up to me and say, the road to my house has not been built, this has not been done. It's a gradual process. Government cannot do. If government can come up and finish everything in 4 years, then there is no need to have another election.
Okay. Now, the role of every. I just want to see how we can be able to manage timing, because our time is actually fast spent, and to see how we can be able to get one or two questions out, being sorted out, because you're in the authority to tackle some of these questions. People in the satellite towns, like you rightly pointed out, are actually crying and calling the attention of people in power like you, and they are actually saying that satellite towns should be looked at, and that things should be done rapidly in the satellite towns. There's a whole lot going on. Some are suffering from flooding, some are suffering from a whole lot road dilapidations and all that. So what is actually, what are you people doing to make sure that you create that attention?
You said that our time is fast spent. I started with the issue of satellite towns, even before you asked.
Yes.
And I told you that last year, 2024, a lot of things have been put into the budget, and the 2024 budget continues with 2025. The minister started with the city, and at that time, somebody like me was always emphasizing on the issue of our rural communities and satellite towns, so that the city can decongest, and people should have, the privilege of going out to live out of the city. That happens all over the world. Even in America, there are some people that live in the city, there are people that live out of the city. So the issue of the satellite towns will receive attention based on the budget of 2024, and the 2025 is here now. I don't see anything that will stop the minister from paying such attention, and we will be there to keep oversighting and reminding him to do the needful as far as that is concerned. And I know that from all indications, I know that he's ready to go ahead and with it.
Thank you, Honorable. Remember that the voice you're hearing is the voice of Honorable Chinedu Obika, member representing FCT North constituency. All right, now we want to ask you this final question. You're from Labour Party, and Labour Party is known for that integrity. In fact, they came on the back of integrity, with all the whole shenanigans and all that. And then all of a sudden, they say that their members in the House of Representatives actually collected 150 million vehicle offered to you, that you people would have rejected it just to show that you are actually, representing that integrity that you people climbed on to get there.
Ekene, I don't want to go into the discussion of this vehicle, and I know why. Because no matter how you look at it, some people will want to understand it the way they reason it. If you come into an office, wherever you are, there is a laid down rules that says that this and this is what you have to work with. It's there. So it is there. Even if you go there and say, okay, you are not having it, that doesn't change anything from there. But my own issue, when the issue of the vehicle come up, where I'm laying emphasis is, we need to support our local content. I was of the view that somebody like Innocent, this company like Innocent, that have Innocent mood,
and it wouldn't have cost that much.
Yes, it wouldn't have cost that much. Even if it cost much, we have provided jobs and opportunity.
Okay.
We have invested in our economy. These are the kind of things that I am calling my colleagues to look at, to patronize, because there is nobody that will do that for us. Now we think about the American tariff. So the price of vehicles and everything, I'm not just talking about the National Assembly, cut across all government agencies. We should learn how to patronize or walk what we preach. That's my preaching, as far as that is concerned.
Thank you very much.
But telling me not to have the instrument that I will use to walk, I don't know how you want me to do that.
To make your work better.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's just the truth.
All right, now that's how far we can go on Hello Abuja Show this week, and we thank you for listening in. Thank you for keeping a date with us. Remember that Hello Abuja Show will come your way next week, 11 a.m. Make sure you don't touch that dial. Follow up on all our upcoming programs. All right, the voice you heard was actually the voice of Honorable Chinedu Obika, member representing FCT North constituency. Thank you very much for coming through, sir.
Thank you, the people of FCT.
All right, thank you so very much. My name is Ekene Ezebue. That's how far we can go today. See you next week. Bye for now.